Say, what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a pro violation. Yard down! Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life. I done 24 years straight in the California prison system, and during those times, I accumulated some good stories for y'all. I got another good story today. Well, actually, a reaction video, and so let's hop right into it, man. From time to time when I do my stories, I get a lot of comments in the comment section, and surprisingly enough, I have a lot of individuals ask me, do I miss prison? Not necessarily what I miss about prison, but do I miss prison in itself? And that's a crazy question. No, I do not miss prison. But now that I think about it, it may not be a crazy question because due to the fact that I've done 24 years straight, that is a lifetime. And so, unfortunately, by me having life, not thinking that I was going to get out, prison to a certain extent was my life. And so while I do not miss being in prison per se, I do miss some of the relationships with certain individuals there that I made because, some of these dudes I knew, some of them, maybe 10, 15 years, some of them, 5, 6, 7 years straight. And so by us being locked up, being in the same predicament, some of us having certain commonalities, developing friendships and bonds, talking about our family and things of that nature, we became close over a period of time. And so one day while browsing through YouTube, I happened to look and see where the Golden State Warriors went to San Quentin. And while I was never at that particular institution myself, I did know a lot of the individuals in the video. So I thought it may be cool if I go in here, let it play, talk about a couple of these individuals and stuff. So let's hop right into this video, man. Let me switch glasses for y'all so I can see real good, man. And let's get on it.
The Golden State Warriors basketball operations staff has been coming to San Quentin for the last 5 years. This year, they also brought along Draymond Green and the newest Warrior, Kevin Durant.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Now, y'all see this individual right here that just shook Kevin Durant's hand. This is a brother by the name of Clay. I know Clay from another institution. We was at CMC together. Clay was real cool, man. Clay, he loved to play softball, and he also loved to punch on the heavy bag. Now, I heard before I came to prison, certain institutions, they had boxing rings, and they would let you hop in the boxing ring and box other individuals. But by the time I got there, they had stopped all that, but they still would let you check out a heavy bag from the rec shack. And this is one of his that was one of his pastimes. He'd check it out. He'd go over there, punch on it. If individuals were interested in learning how to box and learning how to hit the heavy bag, he'd go over there and show them. But yeah, this is Clay right here, real cool dude.
You up there, man? I've been seeing you a lot, man. I've been watching over the years.
Now this individual right here, getting ready to shake Kevin Durant's hand. The dude with in the white cutoff shirt with the glasses on his head. His name is Sinbad. We happened to be on the same tier together for maybe about a year and a half, and we was real cool. We used to go in there and play dominoes. We had a little domino squad, and that was our pastime. Every day we'd all go in there, play dominoes for about an hour or two and pass the time right here. He was another cool individual, man, by the name of Sinbad. Now, see this dude right here with his hat turned backwards talking to Kevin Durant. I know him as well. His name is Wall Street. His real name is Curtis Wall Street Carroll. And actually, he's a pretty popular and famous individual due to the fact that he came to the prison system. I think he came when he was 16 or 17, somewhere around there. He unfortunately ended up getting a life sentence, but he didn't know how to read or write. And so he would love to he was interested in sports, and he'd have one of his partners read him the sports page. Well, one day he happened to I believe he mistakenly grabbed the the stock market section, and somebody asked him, told him what the stock market was and stuff. And so, but if you go on YouTube, so he learned, he taught himself how to read and write, and then he became he became really good at reading the stock market and giving people advice and tips and stuff like that. And you can just look his name up, Curtis Wall Street Jackson. He has several interviews on there, and like I say, the brother's a real intelligent brother. He's real deep. He's got a good story on there about how he grew up. So I advise everybody to go check him out. Actually, I wrote him a couple of weeks ago, and I'm hoping that he gets back to me and I can possibly do a over the phone interview with him. Oh, now look, the individual standing behind him with his hands clasped together, his name is Bear. Now, he may not appear to be tall and big, but he's an extremely big brother. And let's keep in mind, I think Kevin Durant is either 7 feet or 6'11". And so he comes to about his shoulders. Bear was probably 6'6", 6'7". Now, it looks like he didn't lost some weight, but when I knew him, man, he was probably about 290, 300 pounds. He used to play basketball. He'd back you down, of course, with the greatest of ease. I think trying to stick him gave everybody who was locked up the closest they could come to what it was like trying to stick Shaquille O'Neal. And the dude had an extremely good outside jumper, But yeah, that's Bear. He's real cool. I believe he was eventually from down south, like down south somewhere, Alabama, Arkansas, somewhere out of that area.
What you expected? A little bit.
Now listen, this individual who just came into the screen, the light-skinned brother holding the paper, his name is New York. A lot of people always ask me, how do individuals from another state, how do they fare, or how do they get along in the California prison system? Now, this dude right here, his name is New York. Now, he's one of the few individuals that I happen to learn his real name because, like I say, when you from New York or Seattle or Philly, most of the times people are just called, hey, what's up, Philly? Or what's up, New York? But he's one individual who I happen to learn his real name. And actually, I sent him and Wall Street a letter together at the same time. Hassan is the brother holding a piece of paper from New York. He just so happened he responded, and I got his answer last night. He got sentenced to a whole bunch of time. He was a lifer as well. I think his earliest possible parole date of when he saw the board was possibly like, it was ridiculous, 2090 or somewhere around there. But he told me last night that the governor was getting ready to commute his sentence so he can go to the board early. So that's good. He's in there now. He's at San Quentin. He has something to do with the prison newspaper. He's also doing some stuff with some youth, trying to help them. So hopefully, like I say, man, he'll be home soon. And I got a good story about him I'm gonna do one of these days too.
The annual pickup game between Warrior staff and the prison is a unique way the Warriors use basketball to help rehabilitate part of the population many have forgotten.
Man, Kevin Durant to come up in here and Draymond over there playing dominoes, man.
Now this individual right here, he looks extremely familiar, though I don't know his name, but I'm definitely sure I did some time with him somewhere. I just, excuse me, I just can't recall his name.
So that's a big positive influence for us, you know what I'm saying? We are trying to rehabilitate ourselves with the change, and that's something that they support. And we honor that, and we welcome them in here.
Well, these guys are like professionals. They play all day, every day. They talk junk, which I love talking junk. So, it's a great time, just mixing and mingling and playing. We feel that love.
Now see this dude right here with the braids, light-skinned dude. That dude, his name is Boo. I know him quite well too. We probably might have did, who knows, maybe about 5, 6, 7 years together on the same yard. He's a real cool dude. Matter of fact, when I first got to CMC, we used to live on the same tier together. So, he used to kick it and talk. We'd play chess together sometimes. And also, used to play basketball together a lot too. Real cool dude.
Appreciate you. Want to meet everybody at night.
This is beyond huge for us guys that are doing time.
There's Bear again.
Unbelievable.
Now see this dude getting ready to sit down. Let me let him sit down a little bit more. Right there. The dude that just sat down in the blue shirt with the white t-shirt, bald-headed dude, man. His name is Double R. That dude was a phenomenal magician, man. Sometimes he may have 15, 20, 30 people gathered around him just watching him do card tricks, man. That dude was phenomenal, man. He had some awesome card tricks, man. Some people would swear up and down that he was the devil and he was possessed with some of the stuff that he would do, man. I seen him one day, man. He was doing a card trick, and then all of a sudden he told the dude, "Hey man, where your watch at?" And the dude was looking around for his watch. Cause the dude he was doing the card trick on would always come over there and harass him, call him a fake magician and all that old type of stuff. So now while he's doing the card trick, all of a sudden he asked the dude, "Hey man, where's your watch?" The dude got to looking around and couldn't find his watch. He said, "Man, it's in your cell it's in your cell up there sitting on your desk." So the dude ran up to his cell, and sure enough, his watch was up there. And Double R, his name is Rodney. Rodney said, "See, I told you I was gonna get you. I told you, don't be messing with me." And that dude swore up and down from that point that Rodney was possessed. He was the devil, and he didn't mess with him no more. You know, it was crazy.
This prison has the privilege of having the Golden State Warriors organization visit us annually to come inside and play against our inside Warriors basketball team.
See you again.
Are you finally going to cheer for us?
Come on, man. Come on. What's tipping y'all? Come on, man.
This is their 5th year. We beat them one time, and the other 2 times we got blown out.
It's bragging rights for the whole year. This is our championship game.
Bob comes in here every year, gets at least 40. I got a game plan for him this year. Hopefully, we're going to get us a W. Warriors on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. They can make some shots. All 5 of y'all must grab the boards every time on both ends.
The beauty of the game was on full display as two sides of society came together on the court, finding commonality in the human experience that connects us all.
Now this dude right here, that's closest to the screen, number 15, his name is Sandman. We did a considerable amount of time together too. You know, we used to play basketball together. He was also a lifer. He's home now. Actually, he went home maybe about a year or two before I did, man. And I was extremely happy when I heard that he was free, man. Actually, I just talked to him about a week and a half ago. We talked from time to time, man, and he's doing well and stuff, you know. He got locked up actually for a crime that he didn't do. You know, he done life and had a life sentence behind a crime that he didn't even commit. You know, only thing wrong he done is he just kept his mouth quiet about it. He didn't say. Now I don't know if he knew or he didn't know who did it, but he didn't say nothing about it, you know. And so yeah, that was you know, and that happens from time to time, man. When we out there in the streets, sometimes police get stuff wrong, you know. And so yeah, that's Sandman, good dude though.
It's the feeling. This is rehabilitating. You know what I mean? A lot of times we cut off an outside world. This helps us be human.
This brother right here, his name is Ant. You know, he was pretty good on the basketball court as well too. Extremely athletic. You know, he was good in basketball and football.
You know, I think the thing it does, bottom line, is it shows the inmates that people care about. You know, they're not just out here forgotten. People like Kevin and Draymond could be anywhere they want right now. They're here.
There's second chances in this, and you never know who's going to get that second chance.
Now, did y'all see how small that cell was? Let me just take y'all back to a little bit, man, for those of y'all who've never been locked up, man. Like I say, now keep in mind, this is a 2-man cell.
Out here forgotten. People like Kevin and Draymond could be anywhere they want right now. They're here.
There's second chances in this.
Now, y'all see how small that cell is? That's a cell for 2 people. Now, he's on the top bunk right there. Now, see how close the ceiling is? And you know, it's a trip that a couple days ago, man, I was watching something related to prison, man, and I seen a cell and I said to myself, like, damn, man, how did I spend all that time in something so small and confined? I guess, you know, at the time you get used to it, but you know, it's extremely small. And you see the wall, how close the wall is. You definitely don't have much room in there at all. You know, like I say, it's 2 people in there. Sometimes you're in there at night. You or your cellie may have to go to the bathroom. You have to sit in there while he's going through the bathroom and stuff. It's definitely not the business.
You never know who's going to get that second chance.
See how easily he touched that
your
wall?
presence can possibly do to help them stay on the right path. Once you give them something to look.
Now see this brother right here behind Draymond Green. I know him real good. The brother with the gray hat on and with the white shirt directly behind Draymond Green. His name is Bam. And Bam is a former blood. But me and him got to be real good friends. You know, people think that it's on site and it's on and cracking with the Crips and Bloods. No, it's not like that unless you guys just happen to be from two particular hoods that's not getting along on the street or something like that. And then sometimes too, it's not on and cracking in prison. In county jail, you guys might see each other and be going at it. But in prison, you know, that stuff is for the most part, you know, it just, you know, people see each other and may or may not acknowledge each other. It just depends. But like I say, this individual right here, Bam, I've been knowing him for a long time. He recently came home. He's a lifer. He came home maybe about a year ago. And I never forget, man, one time I had just came from the hole. I had got into a riot with the Compton and Watts car. And I'm not out the hole a day or two. And we're about to get into it again with with another gang. And, you know, he walked over to me. You know, there was some problems going on with some of my homies and some other dudes. So I walked over there and he walked over and he called me, man. He said, "Hey, chill, man. Why you always in the middle of stuff, man?" He said, let them dudes handle that, man." He said, "Chill, you always stepping up to the plate and, you know, them dudes don't care about you, man. Them dudes is going home." And for him to come and tell me that, it just really touched me, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have to come do that, you know? And so just to know that somebody was concerned with me eventually trying to stay out of trouble and possibly going home, like I say, we both had life at the time, man. You know, to me, it was just something that was real cool. And, you know, I appreciated him for doing that.
Say, I want to get on that.
Know where you at, know what you got. Good. And really respect it and not throw it away.
Enjoy every small detail that you have. You know, a lot of these guys are been taken away from them. You know, details of life, man. That's what I'm sure they miss a lot. So, you know, it told me a lot.
There go Bam again, hugging Kevin Durant. Bam also was an extremely huge basketball fan, man. The dude was real good, man. And I ran into him. By the time I ran into him, he probably was in his mid 30s, you know, but they say back in his days he was extremely spectacular. He still was 360 dunking, you know, back then. And even when we left, he was in his 40s. He still could get up there and dunk 360 and all that. But he said, you know, they say that when he was in his 20s, man, they say the dude his game was phenomenal. He was jumping out the gym.
Life in general still, it's just very inspiring.
Coming to San Quentin, this doesn't blend with past experiences. How many times do you do something that leaves a mark? Like something like this would. This place leaves a mark.
So, you know, that right there, man, that was my story. Like I say, it was cool seeing some individuals who I was locked up with, especially now knowing that some of them is out. Like I say, back then, we all was locked up doing life for those of us who had life, and we never believed that this day would be possible, man. So yes, you know, sometimes to see these individuals, seeing them free, knowing that I'm free, it's just a wonderful feeling. You know, like I say, back then, a lot of us, man, we took life as it came, you know. We was out there, we was playing every day on the basketball court, just enjoying life, having a good time. We was dealing with having life, but I know to some degree it probably had to bother us all. And so to know that we out here, we're free, it's just a wonderful, joyful thing, man. And so anyway, I hope y'all like that little video. You know, every video I do don't necessarily have to be violent with the fighting and the cussing and stuff. Even though I know y'all dig that and like that, you know, we also had some good times up in there. So from time to time, I'll definitely be touching on that. You already know what time it is. So it's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.